Arsenal won, Man City won. It was a big Sunday match that went down at the Emirates Stadium. We made to do the post show is Mustafa, Warifa, and Saeed. I'm still Afolabi.
Welcome to Complete Football Nigeria, brought to you by Google Search. A lot of people say we don't know our football, that we look at Google. No, we know our football. We watched the match. I'm going to be quick because you guys have a deeper insight on the game than I did. But what I noticed is that Arteta, whenever he plays big games, he's been doing this year in, year out. He brings
Yeah,
in a defensive setup and plays for a draw. You're not going to play for a draw and win the league this year. If
yeah,
because Liverpool wins games they shouldn't even win. Liverpool plays for
mhm,
3 points. So here's the mistake Arteta made. He brought in 3 CDMs, played a sort of defensive setup. Then when they fell behind, he decided to bring in Eze, and then
and
also
Saka.
Saka. But the taking in the Saka and instead of what's the other guy's name? The other Nigerian guy.
Noni
Okay,
Madueke.
Noni Madueke.
Noni.
That wasn't the difference. The difference was bringing in Eze.
Of
Yeah,
course, now
They bring in Eze and put him in the midfield. They became more creative, and then they started getting more shots on goal and everything. And then Marti Eze gave a pass to Marlon. So I still think that the problem, it doesn't matter if he starts Madueke or Saka. That's still a debate. But he needs to start this guy and play him in a central midfield position. But
midfield.
when he's losing at home, when you're losing that you now want to score. That's the type he should have started the game with that type of urgency. Let's score
Yeah,
first because you're
yeah.
playing in Emirates. He should have started the game
Mhm.
first half risky. Score that first goal because you need 3 points. You don't need 1 point because they're falling behind
Yeah.
Liverpool. What are your thoughts, Mr.
Mhm.
Warif? Yeah.
Yes, I don't know why Arteta kept on doing the same thing against Liverpool. That was what he did. He used three defensive midfielders, making Gyökeres completely useless. Now putting your players under the risk. Okay, when the game was what's it called was 1-0, you now brought in Madueke, brought in Saka and Eberechi. And if you watch that game, the game changed because Man City they couldn't come out again. Arsenal pressed them to their own half.
Yeah.
Even while Arsenal pressed them, I was even praying that they shouldn't get Arsenal on counter attack. So, and again, when you bring in players like that, when they are behind, you risk them of getting injuries because they want to press to make sure they equalize the game. So it's not a good one for Arteta. Arteta should learn how to use these players. So,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
again, the goal that
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry, I cut in front of you. Go ahead. Yeah. Did he pause?
I think
Afolabi.
I think it's frozen.
Yeah, his sound was so good today too. He'll come back. Don't worry. Continue what he was saying. Afolabi.
Yo, so okay, continue, Warif. I think it's back.
Okay. Yeah.
okay,
Continue.
I said the goal that Haaland scored, I think I'll blame what's it called, Gabriel Magalhaes. He already knows how Haaland plays. For previous game, he has been marking Haaland one-on-one, not giving him that space to make the run. But if you watch that goal, there was space for Haaland. Haaland came from the center line and made the run. So I think, well, that's yeah, it can happen to anybody. But the match, I think I almost
No. It's not a matter of giving up a goal. We know that Man City is dangerous, and Haaland is right now.
yeah.
Gyökeres can be scoring like Haaland. Haaland has scored 5 goals, something like
It's
that.
just the midfield, the Arsenal midfield. We don't have that creativity in the midfield, which is the
That's
cause
the
of
problem. And they should have been playing.
Arteta.
They should have started off with an attacking, and then if you score, then you can bring in 3 CDM. Because as soon as they brought in Eze and
game change, Saka.
Yeah, and also after that, Man City changed and they sat back to try to defend.
They started playing defensive game.
Yeah, so it was reversed, and that's how Arteta lost 2 points. That's how he lost 2 points. I'm not going to say they should fire him, but you know what? Maybe they should keep him, but they need to bring in a new philosophy. They say you can stay as coach, but if you're going to stay as coach, you're going to have to change your philosophy. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to have to force him to change his philosophy because like Ruben Amorim is refusing to change his philosophy. He said, "I don't care."
And it's affecting Man U.
Yeah. So also they need to get rid of Amorim if he doesn't change his philosophy for now. Amorim is saying, I need such and such players. They said, until you get those players, how can you put Fernandez as a CDM? This is the same shit you're seeing in Arsenal. Playing 3 CDM when you're playing at home in Emirates and you're better than City. You have to take some risks.
Yeah.
You have to take some risks. What are your thoughts, Mr. Saeed? Yeah.
I wish Arsenal Football Club has just one owner Because judging by the kind of shareholders we have, I know that they won't put the kind of pressure that on Arteta that they are supposed to put on Arteta. Because right now, look at that game. Were we supposed to be defending with the caliber of players that we have currently? Why would you be benching Eze in this kind of match? So why do you now buy? Why do you buy him? You understand? So it's just like, remember that some days ago that we had this pre-match show. We spoke about this. Even Mr. Wari said the same, that he's going to start that three central defensive midfielders. I mean, for what? With the kind of caliber of players we have now. And the thing is, like I said, how I wish we have just one owner. Because by December, if we are not in the right form on the league, we should be thinking about sacking him. Because this season we have to win at least 2 to 3 trophies. And we can't win it by the kind of tactics and formation he's playing currently.
And here's the thing: he didn't start he didn't start Eze against Liverpool. They lost 3 points to Liverpool. They can't get points back. Today they lost 2 points to City. You can't get those points back. You see what we're waiting for?
That's 5 points.
You to use those guys now, and then when you play Wolverhampton or those small teams, that's when you sit the guys on the bench.
That is when he's now be shining. We don't. It is matches like this that determine who is going to win the league. Let me tell you the do or die match.
The do or die match. If they don't beat Chelsea, I don't think they're going to win the championship this year. If they don't beat you, when do they play Chelsea?
Not still far. A little bit far.
Yeah. Because so far they haven't been doing well against top teams. Have they played Tottenham yet?
No, they haven't played Tottenham yet.
And this is where Arsenal might lose this championship. Because Arteta is going to have to take risks when he plays these big teams. You can't come with this defensive package. Because what will happen is you'll just get a draw. And then they draw. But now look at it. They're 5 points behind Liverpool. Who did Arsenal? How have they dropped 5 points?
They lost against Liverpool.
They lost to Liverpool.
And they had 2 draws.
And they've drawn twice.
Yeah, they can't keep doing that because they won't catch Liverpool.
No, one draw against Man City.
Oh, it's just one.
Okay, yeah, that's 5 points. That's 5 points, yeah. Yeah, let's Google it. Google guys.
Google master.
All right, guys. So this has been a nice one. So I'm going to open the door for you guys one more time round. What are your thoughts of Falabi?
Yeah, what I feel is that Arsenal are too predictable and too one-dimensional. What do I mean by this? Everybody has gotten accustomed to the way they play. They build up slowly. They only go through the wings. They try to cut the ball back. And when they're unable to cut the ball back for a striker, they force a corner kick. And then they rely on corner kicks to score. And now with the likes of Donnarumma, it's difficult, to use their physicality.
Big keeper.
Arsenal had 11 corners, but Man City dealt with it expertly because they had seen their videos. So Arsenal needs to make their approach more nuanced, play through the center. And like Mustafa said, a player like Eze should have started and played through the middle. The one goal that Arsenal scored was a brilliant pass from the middle of the field. He put it in front of Martinelli, not from the wings. Eze is more effective in the middle. Instead of playing 3 CDMs, play 2 CDMs and play Eze as the attacking midfielder. And he should have started Martinelli. Martinelli came from the bench during the week. He was fresher. He should have started Noni and Martinelli in the first half. And for
he scored in Champions League.
He came on as a reserve player in the Champions League. Madueke was their best player in the first half. That guy should have continued in the second half, even though he brought on Eze. So I don't know why he took him off. And Saka doesn't look fit. Saka doesn't look fit.
He's not fit. And here's the thing: once you put Eze in the midfield, you'll use the wings to stretch the defense. That's going to create more space in the center.
The middle.
Look at Martinelli's goal. It was from a flicked ball from the midfield. He just dropped it in front of Martinelli, and that one just chipped the goalkeeper. So that's the kind of that's the kind of balls he can play. So they should play him through the middle, and they should make their game less predictable. If you look at Gyökeres is suffering in Arsenal because he's not used to this slow, tepid build-up. In Sporting Lisbon, they play their balls quickly and fast. He kept making runs, but instead of passing to him, they'll square the ball to the wings and cross the ball. Instead of passing,
it should be the opposite. Start in the center, and then if there's a problem, kick it back out to the wing.
Exactly. So they're wasting his strengths, really. Gyökeres.
All right. Okay, so last thoughts, Mr. Warif, then we'll end with Saeed. Yeah.
Okay, like what Mr. Falabi said, I think Arsenal, they are used to playing from the wing. So what Arsenal should be doing now, since they have a top nine, you're correct, you should learn how to play the ball from the middle, bring in more creative midfielders like Ebere Chieze, Waneri. Should learn how to use Waneri. The boy has raw talent. You shouldn't allow that boy go. Just like this person that is in Bayern Munich right now, Kenabere. He was once an Arsenal teenager, but look at him today. He's on fire. And again, if Arsenal wants to win the league, they shouldn't allow Liverpool to extend the gap. Right now, he's 5 points, so they should maintain that 5 points so that anytime Liverpool can sleep, they win their next match to become 2. Just keep a close tab. And Arsenal Arteta should learn how not to be using defensive midfielders. How can you use 3 defensive midfielders when you have a world-class striker? You frustrate the guy. A striker is good. It's about your creativity. So you should learn.
No, yeah, I said keep playing for draws, and that's how you'll lose the championship, man.
Yeah.
And then when they fell behind, that's when he became progressive. You have to be progressive from the start. All right, Mr. Saeed, last starts. Yeah.
My own opinion, if I can be able to see Arteta one-on-one, I will tell him, your formation
as a Nigerian man. As a Nigerian man.
Hold on. If you go one-on-one with Arteta, you know who he's going to call to be his lawyer, Kunle Williams. You continue, Saeed. Yeah. Sorry.
Too much drama. I won't be able to cope. Anyway, Arteta should. I don't know. Heaven will not fall if Arteta play just one central defensive midfielder and play. If Odegaard can play Odegaard and Eze, so that we can be more attacking.
And bring Martinelli in.
They only play one central defensive midfielder. The rest attacking minded. Bernardo Silva. And, you understand what will happen if we play just one CDM? Nothing will happen. We'll be more attacking minded. Dokere will see enough balls from Eze, from Odegaard, from the wings. You know, we will score more goals.
Saeed, all the top teams play with only one defensive midfielder. You can't win the league.
I don't know. Arteta is using 3. Three defensive midfielders.
You can imagine.
You do that. You do that when you're protecting a lead. When you're trying to score.
He's protecting his draw.
I don't think he's confident. That's going
to be on our thumbnail. That's going to be on our thumbnail, protecting a draw. That was a good one. All right. You guys, fantastic show. Our show is getting better. Please like and subscribe to Complete Football Nigeria. But we also cover the English League, cover South African football. Brilliant show. Take us out, Falabi.
Yeah, very good show. We've been discussing Arsenal dropping 2 points, I would say, against Man City. And it's getting tough. At 5 points, Liverpool have now opened a 5-point gap ahead of Arsenal. And with me, it has been Saeed, Warif, the gunner himself, and Mustafa Jinadu. We're heading out. Like
Saeed is also a gunner.
Yeah, Saeed, the gunners for life.
I'm playing FC. All right, guys. Have a nice one.
Yeah.